was early 2017 when I first got the Canon AE-1, and for the first 6 months as my film photography venture, it was my go-to camera for everything. In late 2017 I ended up buying a fully manual camera and got into the mindset that if you're not shooting in manual, you're not really the one taking the photo. And that's honestly one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, and I can't believe I even thought it. I know for a fact I'm not the only person that has thought this. There's people out there that jump at a chance to call you a bad photographer just because you don't shoot on manual mode, and that's stupid. A good photograph isn't about nailing a perfect exposure, it's about taking a photo that you're happy with. Several months went by and I eventually transitioned from using a fully manual camera to using a completely automatic point and shoot. I started to capture moments which I would have missed trying to focus, change the aperture and the shutter speed, and I got much better results. Now there's only so much you can do with a point and shoot, and the lack of control sometimes does mean you get less than ideal images. So I went back to my good old friend the Canon AE-1. When I first picked up the camera after almost a year, I immediately noticed how much bigger the viewfinder was. This paired with the manual focus really makes me feel like I'm in control of how the photo is going to turn out, but at the same time, the automatic aperture makes shooting so much quicker, and I barely adjust the shutter speed when I'm out taking photos. I don't really have any criticisms for this camera. It's still running on the same battery I put in 2 years ago, and other than the 2 times I've loaded the film wrong, I've never had a bad experience with it. Holding it feels great, shooting with it feels great. Out of all the cameras I've ever owned, it's probably the one I've had the highest success rate with. The Canon AE-1 is always going to be the most desired camera for people that are looking to get into film photography. So if you're thinking about buying it, I'd do it now before the price gets even higher.